start on the outside of row 3. Here come the drivers on to the first of 2 rolling laps. Martin Willeke from Belgium and his countryman Nicolas Bayet will start on row number 4. Then it will be Ireland's Jonathan Brown and Germany's Jan-Philippe Springom. On row 6, Sebastian de Grand from Belgium and Ido Cohen from Israel in Kart 235. Then we have Milo Luchterlein from the Netherlands and Isaac Valtonen. Strong drive from Isaac Valtonen in his second heat up into the top 5 in Kart 261. Watch him from 14th on the grid. Then it is Manuel Galofre Torna from Spain and Jacob Ang from Wak Wak Village in the Philippines. He starts on the outside of row number 8. Ethan Hawkey from the UK and Bruno Ponte from Portugal start on row number 9. Gregor Yeats from Estonia and Stephen Lyle from the UK start on row 10. Sander Sepp on row number 11. 21 drivers, 11 laps. 3 races to go today, including this one. I'll remind you once again to tweet in to say hello, who you're following, where you're following them from. Its Twitter is at RGMMC. And I have noticed that Tim Coronel, a Dutch driver of massive repute, is now following us. Tim and his brother Tom Coronel have raced just about everything with wheels on. 2, 3 and 4 wheels and more. On circuit, rally, you name it, they've raced it. The Coronel family, one of the most well-known Dutch racing families. So if Tom or Tim Coronel are watching, hello. Thanks for joining us. And they have got Milo Lichterlein in kart number 219 to cheer for, as well as Joey Van Splunteren in kart 273 in this race. So can anyone beat Jordan Brown Nutley? That is the question. We are going to have an answer in 11 laps time. On to the start finish straight we go. Brown Nutley to the inside. Jana Gevirtz on the outside. Lights are out. Off and racing into turn number 1. Another poor start from Jana Gevirtz, but he managed to hold on to 5th place. This time Joey Van Splunteren, who's been absolutely electric on the starts so far today, he doesn't get past Jordan Brown Nutley, but he does stay in 2nd place. Behind them, that is Slim Liedmar, possibly in the other bright blue car. Yep, that's the AIX Racing livery, bright turquoise. In 3rd position, Van Splunteren. Oh, and somebody in the back of your screen there had spun going into the button complex. They get going again. Find out who that is very shortly. I think that may have been Nicolas Bayet in kart number 229. There's the number 272 going through, losing a place. That's Jacob Ang in the Piers Sexton Racing kart, losing a spot or 2. Now, Van Splunteren knows he's not as quick in a straight line as Brown Nutley. His only chance is to stay in Brown Nutley's slipstream. He's utilising the fact that that Gillard kart is handling like a dream for Van Splunteren. He's quicker than just about anybody through the fiddly sections. Not as quick as everybody on the straights. But he is using his experience and guile to stay with the younger drivers. And it is standing him in good stead as the field stream down the back straight into the button complex. Nicolas Bayet some 7.5 seconds behind the rest of the field after that spin. Van Splunteren trying to push Brown Nutley away, just like they were doing in cadets, working together, pushing each other along. I know they're faster, the carts are heavier, but the drivers are more experienced. And there's a move going into the final corner. That looked like Ben Waldridge in the number 247 kart, lunging up the inside of Siem Liedmar, and I'm not sure that worked out. I think Liedmar may have got the crossover and retaken what is 4th place, but a lot further away from the lead battle than what they were. Tamponpang Chatumno is in 3rd place at the moment. Oops, side by side down the back straight. That is Ido Cohen defending against Jan-Philippe Springom in kart number 241. Up at the front though, Van Splunteren hanging on to Brown Nutley's coattails for all he's worth. The gap back to Sotumno is about 10 to 15 kart lengths. Just watch Van Splunteren just copying the lines of Brown Nutley, just staying in his wheel tracks, letting Brown Nutley tow him around almost. Sotumno in third, then a gap back to Wooldridge, who has managed to establish himself in fourth place at the expense of Liedmar. Then it's Yanni Gevirtz in sixth. So a poor start once again for Gevirtz. Still in the top six, but he's lost a lot of track position. Ido Cohen runs seventh. Springom is eighth. Then it is the number 228 kart of Sebastian de Grand. And all the karts now settling down into a single file line. The very top of your screen, that is Nicolas Bayet, some 6 seconds behind the rest of the pack. Here are the two leaders into turn number 9, and Van Splunteren almost tripping over Jordan Brown Nutley through that very tight turn 9, that right left flick. But when we get onto the straight, even though Van Splunteren is in the slipstream, he hasn't got the oomph to pull out and pass Brown Nutley. Brown Nutley holds him off, and Jordan Brown Nutley not defending. You cannot get closer. Well, Van Splunteren could not get closer to Jordan Brown Nutley unless Brown Nutley was giving him a piggyback. He doesn't want to do that in a rather expensive kart, tell you that. Jana Gevirtz sets a fast lap of the race. So the number 212 kart, so quick in qualifying yesterday. Jana has been let down by his starts today, it has to be said, and now he's got to try and fight his way back up through the leaders. And I believe there Jana Gevirtz has moved past Ido Cohen into 5th position. There's Gevirtz in kart number 212. He's now chasing the number 247 kart of Ben Wooldridge. Wooldridge, privateer driver, proper old school lad and dad racing. And oh, there's a move further back, and that was a lunge. That looked like Manuel Golofre-Tournier sending one in on Jonathan Brown from Ireland for 13th place. And I think he may have got that somehow sorted out. I think if it hadn't been for Jonathan Brown kind of seeing a Spanish flash out of his peripheral vision, that could have been an incident. And there's Van Splunteren. No, sorry, there's Wooldridge rather, going past the number 265 kart of Sotumno, the Thai driver. So Ben Wooldridge moves into P3. The gap to Van Splunteren in second is 1.6 seconds. We're on lap 6 out of 11. Jordan Brown Nutley slowly but surely breaking the challenge of Joey Van Splunteren. Now Jana Gevirtz goes past Tarapompang Sotumno for 4th place. So Gevirtz chasing Wooldridge now for 3rd place. Van Splunteren checks over his shoulder. He's lost the slipstream. So Jordan Brown Nutley once again. It's taken him 6 laps. We're now on lap number 7. But Jordan Brown Nutley has started to break Joey Van Splunteren's challenge. There's your evidence. 56.005 seconds. That is 0.2 quicker than Van Spluteren's best. These two are 2 seconds in front of Ben Wooldridge now. Jana Gevirtz in 4th, then Sotumno in 5th, then a gap back to Ido Cohen in 6th, then Liedmar, Springom, Isaac Valtonen in 9th, and the number 236 kart of Martin Villequet rounds out the top 10. All 22 starters still running. But we're all chasing the familiar sight. That, look there on your screen, the rear bumper of the number 244 kart is a sight that everybody in X30 Senior this year has been seeing a lot more than they would like, because Brown Nutley is the man of the moment in X30 Senior. Van Splunteren, for all his years of experience, racecraft and guile, simply cannot stay with Jordan Brown Nutley over the course of a race distance. And you can see Brown Nutley, no understeer in that kart, He makes one movement on the steering wheel. The kart responds. Very little bit of oversteer as the back end steps out ever so slightly, but that's okay. And his lead is now up to nearly a full second. As Van Splunteren on lap number 9 tries his best not to catch Jordan Brown-Nutley, but to stay away from the third place battle between Jana Gewurz, Ben Wooldridge, Tanaponpang Sutumno, and then Ido Cohen less than a second back as Brown-Nutley breaks into the 55-second bracket, 55.967, another new fastest lap. Sim Liedma, one of the AIX racing drivers there making a lunge, going into the button S's. That was for 8th place, passing Isaac Valtonen. There's Ben Wooldridge now chasing Jana Gewurz. So Gewurz 2 seconds now behind Van Splunteren, thinking that maybe Van Splunteren has done enough to hang on. Ido Cohen in the back of his shot there, catching this battle we're looking at here. So the second of the blue and yellow Dan Holland racing karts. Brown-Nutley just getting quicker and quicker. 55.92 seconds. And he knows that if he wins this race, all goes well. Other drivers will look at the result sheets and they'll think, oh God, Brown-Nutley's quick. Oh my word, he did it on the last lap as well, when technically your tyres have had the most wear. And that will just have a little bit of a psychological edge for Brown-Nutley, because the rest of them will be thinking, well, even if we get past him at the start, he's only going to get quicker and quicker as the race goes on, so we're stuffed either way. We now start lap number 11. The final lap. The top 2 are safely through. Who is going to be third? Who's going to be fourth? Wooldridge looks to the inside of Sutumno. Sutumno holds on, but this is going to be a Saturday afternoon walk in the park for Jordan Brown-Nutley this final lap. There's Wooldridge. Wooldridge, chrome silver crash helmet, chasing Jana Gewurz for third place. But he's not close enough going into turn number 6. Behind him, Sutumno and Cohen, with Valtonen, Hawkey, the number 256 kart of Sim Liedma. But none of them can hold a candle to this driver, number 244, Jordan Brown-Nutley, who comes to the line. The checkered flag is out. 3 wins out of 3 for Jordan Brown-Nutley. Joey Van Splunteren finishes second. Jana Gewurz holds off Ben Wooldridge for third. Strong 4th place result for Wooldridge. Tanaponpang Sutumno is 5th. Then Ido Cohen in 6th. Behind Ido Cohen, a big gap back to Isaac Valtonen. Ethan Hawkey is next. Then it is Slim Liedma in 9th. Rounding out the top 10 in kart number 228, Sebastian de Grand. 11th place, number 241, Jan-Philippe Springomb, the German driver. And Spain's Manuel Golofra-Torner rounds out the top dozen finishers. 1.1 seconds. Doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a big gap in the world of kart racing for Jordan Brown-Nutley. Outside the top 12, Jonathan Brown, Bruno Ponte,